Guys had a very solid practice, did some nice things. I like where we're at mentally, I like where we're at physically, and now it's just a matter of going and playing the game. We just got to, be in the last 48 hours, make sure we're dotting I's, crossing T's, and understand all situations and be ready to go. Questions?
What are some of those T's that need to be crossed?
Well, no, I mean just knowing what to do and relaxing and doing it. Just like anything, the more you know it, see the film, see how the guy he covers you, or he's going to block you, or whatever it is, and maybe get a read or whatever it's going to be, and just be very. It's not just knowing what to do; it's how well you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And making sure we're technique sound and understand all the situations.
Are there any lingering concerns?
No, I really haven't been. I'm very happy where we're at as a team, and health-wise we're pretty good. We've got a few guys nicked and knacked, but I mean that's typical. We'll be ready by game time.
How's Hostway?
Good. He'll be fine. He took reps today and everything. We just rested him a little bit, and he'll be fine. He'll be 100%. Should be 100%.
Is that just a foot or something?
Yeah, just a little tweak. I mean, and we wanted to also get some reps in there for Bobby too, moving him into the guard a little bit because he's been a guard and tackle. And we wanted to get him some reps in there because always trying to plan for situations, and Bobby's had a pretty good week of practice.
Jimbo, could you just talk a little bit about how difficult it was for BJ knowing since the late game about his mom?
It's been unbelievable.
Not many people knew. Nobody knew.
Exactly right. That's what he wanted, and that's the way he is, and that's because he didn't want excuses. He didn't want things to go on, and it all culminated because his mama wasn't supposed to come to the Florida game. And she walked out there on the field, and he saw her for the first time in 8 weeks, and she looked a lot different. But everything sounds to be going well. But for what he went through and the leadership and what he had on his back, and the criticism he takes, but the good things he does, he learned that's part of the position, and he learns to deal with it and moves on. But I think he's going to build his character for the next level, the things that go on up there, and it just shows you how good a young man he truly is, and how strong a Christian and a person he is.
And using that too as to, like you said, the criticism he takes, and just seeing some of the stuff you have to see when you lose a football game, and people not realizing what's going on in the other part of his life. It's going to be so difficult.
That's the world. The world doesn't care. Unfortunately, the world doesn't care. We have to, as athletes and people, and you got to move on. You got to do things, and you have to learn to deal with situations in your life that are very tough. And unfortunately, hopefully, it'll be a lesson he can learn, and his mom will be okay, which I think he will, and the things that go on. But that's the world we live in.
How do you sum up his career with his last game of coaching?
I think he's 24-6 as a starter. He's home for 7,000 yards. He's ran for a ton. He had a chance to win 4 bowl games. He's put us back in the top 10 in the country. We won a championship. When he got here, we were 6-6. I think the guy's done a lot. I think he's done a lot. And if you ask him, he's still not satisfied with where he's at. And we had a chance to win some other games. But the guy's a phenomenal football player, and he's a better human being.
Jimbo, the whole senior class was a part of that too, and this was their last practice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember your last practice in college? And was it kind of bittersweet?
No, I mean you can't worry about that. See, that's the thing about these last practices. Everybody says it's like senior day. I hate to say senior day is a great thing, but it does nothing to help you win a game.
Right.
Every emotion you have on senior day or the last practice day is actually opposite of what it does to make you play good, because you don't want those feelings. You got to learn to. You think about this when it's all over. You got to learn to put that behind you and move on and play the game, and then you reminisce about all the old things after everything's done, and after you're out of there. We can't live. You can't think like that, because it actually becomes a sad day, and you don't want it to become. It's a happy day. It's culminating a great career and what's happened and what they've achieved as a senior class.
And you saw that today? No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We bounced. Yeah. We had fun. Y'all were peeking in there. They were competing, and y'all watching. They're competing and running around, and I mean, guys had a good time. Did good things.
Coach, it looked like a couple players were late to practice.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it looked like there was a couple players late to practice. Was that right? No?
None of them was participating in what we were doing. We had some guys doing some different things health-wise, going back and getting some treatments and things, but none that mattered that way.
How many meetings do the guys have to go to tomorrow? What's kind of
Where'd you come up with that at?
I just saw 2 guys coming in at the end.
What's your plan for them tomorrow to keep them?
No, we do our normal Friday day. We had a luncheon though. We got to do a luncheon at noon and do all that. But they're our normal Fridays that we would do before a game, and our meetings, and we'll start everything about 2:45 when we get back, and everything will go according to about just like we have a normal Friday.
What are you going to do to get the fullback the ball?
Recruit one that's real fast and athletic and a good player and does all those good things and can catch and doesn't drop balls and miss blocks. We got to go recruiting for that.
One is better than that guy. 24,